teamed up with 4 members still alive.
Yeah, they get the opening deagle frag there onto Snacks. It seemed like that was the perfect play. Go towards B with the smokes and molotovs they had, but unfortunately, cleanup came in. Neo and Taz actually doing work there with the P90 and AK respectively. So they did get the bomb down. That's a saving grace for them there. They're not going to be completely done for next round. We can see how they're going to
Shadow daggers.
You like that?
I like them.
Yeah, we haven't seen too many of those in competitive play, but VP
simple
are
as
them.
them.
So here we go then. So Liquid do a little bit of a quasi-buy here. They're not going to get any utility by the looks of it. Some PT50s, Tech 9s. This is almost a throwaway round. If they can just get the bomb down in any sort of scenario, that'd be fantastic. I'd assume just to cluster up, see if they can cause some distraction and get the bomb down in any sort of scenario. But VP, once again, showing that aggression is going to be Snacks and Pasha going towards middle. I'm going to go straight towards Fountain as well. Snacks open up with a headshot onto Nitro and makes it down to the 5-4.
Flash as well as smoke, not to allow them to push forward and try and get a trade kill against a rifle that's far forward. But they do push up with Pasha, Eventually he does go down, but Snacks is right there to take Fugly in response. Hiko now the last man alive, 1 versus 4, and this will just ultimately amount to nothing. Give them guns in the next round, but 3-1 Virtus.pro again. It all goes back to that eco. It could have been the other way around right now on the scoreboard.
Yeah, that's going to come.
Finally a first gun.
That's going to be the round that comes out to Horn Liquid. It was such a horrible display of how you should approach those anti-eco rounds. You either take it very slow, spread out completely across the map, or you go together and choose one place and make sure you're sticking as a team. Unfortunately, they didn't either and got isolated and shut down. But here we go then. We go into the first real gun round here. We have 5 AKs, no AWP as of yet. You speculated before on the analyst desk. They kind of resort to that when they need to. So 5 AKs here. And looks like they'll be going, just feeling out what the CTs are presenting this time. Snacks going up pretty aggressively here. Not the North though, he's going to be facing towards Fountain with that M4A4.
And this is a must-win round. Oh, that's not going to help. Snacks getting adrenaline early. But the money's so tight for Liquid, whereas VP, they've built up enough of a bank to buy one more regardless. So it could get a lot worse really quickly. Molotov does land at the feet of Pasha. Snacks going to follow it up with a second kill though. Down to just 3 men, and again, slow play from Liquid.
This is exactly what I talked about before we get into the game, right? They just have so much confidence going into this. They know that they're better players. Snacks picking up 2 frags there, not really losing any HP as well. But
this is one of the things we've seen from Liquid. Well, that's the thing. I mean, he's already pushing through, and we've seen this exact style from Fnatic the last time we saw them against Liquid, even way back at MLG on Inferno. Oh, Snacks, that second shot was pretty Elige. Aware a little bit late that he was there, now just leaves Hiko again, 1-on-5. We call him the clutch master, but highly unlikely in this situation. Does have an AK-47, but losing a lot of HP, manages to take Bialy. Taz is there, and he'll switch the P90 for free to an AK, so big upgrade that adds to the economy further. But this is one of the things we see is Liquid, once they start to get caught out like this, when they, enemy teams push them, whether it's Fnatic on Inferno, as I was mentioning, they shut down, and they get a little bit confused, and they just sit stationary until it's all too late. Well, I mean, they just need to take the fight themselves right back to them.
Rounds like that are going to rattle them. They're going to be thinking, okay, that worked at Stockholm, why is this not working now? They're going up against some absolute mammoth teams here. VP are not going to respect them and allow them to get positional control of the map whatsoever. They'll be taking the game to them. Even though VP know they're eco this round, you can see that aggression coming in once more. But this is better. They're actually sticking together as a little unit, and they're going to try and get that frag. Looks like towards long so far, but this time they're actually not going to have any confrontation there whatsoever. Going to get up, but I think VP will be aware of this. You can see they've got that mid control. They're going to be calling off pretty soon. We need to fall back to the bomb site, and Pasha getting flashed there. I'd assume he's going to fall back in this scenario. Snacks just in connector now.
Nitro's right in front of him. Snacks gets the better. If he could have found that opening kill, it would have been a free AK. Pasha was close enough to potentially go for the trade. The rest of them have gone by, so Liquid are going to play this quickly toward the site. They're going to have to watch for a crossfire position, though, because as they come in on Neo, they still have Pasha toward the bathrooms. First kill does get traded. Elige follows it up, but now Pasha comes into play and lines them up. Snacks to conclude it, and it's 5 now for Virtus.pro.
Yeah, pretty simple round there. Like we said, Liquid just once again trying to get the bomb down. The money was absolutely destroyed from there, but they get another chance here. We can see the AWP coming out for Neo. One of the maps he's actually really good on. He actually plays a very passive sort of style, holding towards long. Middle, he's very good at holding the bomb side as well, but Adren picking up the AWP as well.
Yep.
This is when we talk about the last resort sort of thing. Obviously, so far, they've not even had an entrance into any of the gun rounds. So maybe seeing they can work a pick here. He's currently on 1 for 6, wanting to pick up a couple of frags. Pasha's going to go towards long. Snacks once again is showing this brutal aggression, going towards connector. Seeing what he can bring to the game.
Fugly's going to meet him down there as well.
You see, look how far back Liquid are right now. They're really aware of this, what might be coming. This is the problem. So, going to be allowing some positional control. Snacks got a nice little smoke going on down there. Get some damage off onto Fugly. It's not going to be enough to cause any serious problems, though. And now Elige flashing towards long. They're going to try and take over this.
But that's 3 flashes and a Molotov already used just to get map control, and they're not even near the site yet. As you get closer to A, that becomes even more important if you want to try and smoke off for default. And this is one of the things that Bialy picking up Hiko. One of the things that Natu said on the desk, they've been playing with a lot more speed lately. And going back to something you said a few weeks ago, if you play with speed early on the gun rounds, you force the enemy team, Virtus.pro in this case, to expend all of their utilities, and then you can control the pace. But right now, they're not even having the confidence to take the fight.
They've got their lurker player towards Monster Tunnel, and that's going to be actually Liquid coming back into this 4-on-4. Technically, this does favour the T's, but considering the utility they have 4 smokes left, but no flashbangs to actually take control of that. I'd assume they're going to try the wall of smokes onto A this time. They have got control of middle and long. Neo, though, so strong in this position. He probably will find one frag. He gets caught out of control there and gets taken down by Nitro, and all of a sudden they come to life.
Yeah, Nitro, that's a big kill. It's only his second one in the game so far, 7 rounds in, or on the 7th round, rather. But important one because now they can try and put this bomb plant down. Crossfire still set. Nitro trades it. Unfortunately, it came in just after the bomb was planted. So this gives Liquid a much better chance. And Bialy, very low on HP, is going to try to creep silently toward the bomb that's now ticking. Nitro thought about throwing the grenade. Another smoke to hold him in place.
Bialy's going to have an absolute struggle here. You can see no information from him whatsoever. Just trying to find any man. Ren will find him. That's going to be the final kill there. So I think it was a case of VP actually throwing there. They didn't have the advantage, but in terms of utility, they could have held off Liquid very easily there.
This does reset around lost bonus, though, so this will be do or die again for Team Liquid.
And Neo, unfortunately, getting caught out of position there. Like I said, he's normally very strong in that sort of area, but nothing to fall back to. Had no teammates there to kind of synergize with, but he will buy up with the AWP once again, and Dren keeping that gun for himself as well. He picked up 2 frags that round, so he did enter that one, and it's showing maybe this is the kind of role they need to go with in this one. Hold back for the aggressive pushes, then try and work the picks, and that was successful last time, but Neo going to be going towards the steps here. The AWP going to get smoked out, and he'll be made redundant at this stage.
Buckley knows he's there now as well. Bialy getting a leash, but Nitro's able to trade it this time, so the 1-2 punch still in effect, but only for a single kill. And it's Taz now alone in B, which does force Snacks and Pasha back off of A. It gives a little bit of map control to Liquid should they attempt to try and use it. B's typically been more successful for them on their T side, so picking up a round on A might just weaken the defense a bit, force rotations a little bit earlier. Taz is going to get back toward this water position, though.
I think they just spotted him with a little bit of boost on the upper from Snacks. He spotted the T, so he knows they're coming, but will they be actually committing to the bomb side this time?
And 3 smokes as well still for Liquid.
So all 5 players now, or 4 players remaining. They have got smokes, so the Molotov's coming in to try and flush out some CTs. Got some short control as well.
Good response, though. Knows naturally that if you're going to try and flush them out, that he has to set up a crossfire from Monster. So what does he do? Fires off Monster, and they can't even put themselves in that position. And Snacks goes one further, and now he's got a great lineup. Perfect flash of his own. Hiko manages to get one back, but Taz is right there to take down Nitro. And the bomb is on the site and in the control now of VP. Just Hiko remaining, and Hiko might have survived the initial damage, but eventually the spray was successful.
Unfortunately, that was very predictable from Liquid. After they got spotted there initially, they still had time in the board. They could have readjusted and worked out what they could have done, but when the smokes came over, the Molotov as well, it seemed like VP were just ready for it. They pick up the first frag, and they send 3 players towards Monticello as well. 1 flash absolutely neutralized all those players together. This is going to be a problem for Liquid, I think. Like you said, the money now, not great at all. They've got AKs and 1 Tech 9, but look at that, the utility play, 2 smokes, no Molotovs, and this is where VP can run away with the game. I'd like to see more of a loose approach from Liquid. Go towards B, go to those initial entry frags, see what you can do, open up the map in a surprise sort of fashion. This time they were playing a lot more passively, but Adren takes down Pasha there.
Yeah, good early pick. Neo's still up with the AWP. Trying to get forward, not able to connect the second shot. Snacks, though, does get Elige as he was off to just the screen left, pushing at the front of bathrooms. Replay at that first kill from Adren, but Liquid attempting to try and work forward have now smoked it off and thought better of it. Back over toward B. It's going to be Bialy holding inside the site.
He'd actually be there alone as well. You can see the CTs rotating over. It's going to be Taz trying to help him out, but Nitro moving the charge there. There's going to be a line up on short again. They can't get spotted in this situation. They need to execute fast if they're going to do this.
They've got 1 smoke left to do it with.
I think Taz did spot them there, but let's see what he can do. 2 players on the bomb side now. It's taking a long time once again.
Look at Snacks pushing
He's
down
pushing
behind
behind
as
us
well.
the problem. They've actually gained, they haven't got any positional control anywhere
No
else.
one's looking. No one's looking. The timing could be perfect. Snacks, he whops out. He takes down Hiko. That's bomb carrier. Adren's even lower on HP. Tries to duel again. Fugly's gone inside the site to at least pick up 1.
Oh.
And Snacks does go down, so it's a 2-on-1. But it's Neo coming around with an AWP. And again, there is no utilities to delay his vision to deter him from taking that shot. So the first one, very easy against Adren and Fugly. Now in a 1-on-1, he won't be able to hold it. It's Neo again to follow it up. And Liquid, they'll resort back to pistols on this round.
And this is the problem. They're taking so long on these executes. They get that control, the advantage. They need to be getting into that bomb, so you don't even need to do the wall of smokes in that scenario. You know there's going to be, like, the CTs have to be spread thin in some scenarios, so get into that bomb side quicker. Use some simple flashbangs. Just get in, try and stay as a unit, and then whatever CT is waiting for you, then get the kill back, whatever happens. They took too long, but they did get the advantage in their favor. Adren making a really key frag there towards the sewers, gets his team back into it, but Neo coming back in with the 2-on-1 clutch. That's absolutely massive. You look at their Liquid economy now. They're back to PT50s and Glocks as well, so No grenades to speak of. Snacks going aggressive once again. This is great. These two players, Neo and Snacks, is changing up their positions every single time. It's really hard to contain. Pash is going to be in the bathroom this time, just waiting for any players he can spot. There's some considerable damage there, but not actually managing to make a kill as of yet. But there it is. Takes down Hiko.
Snacks was traded in the meantime. But look at the damage done to Team Liquid and a man down. So looking like another solid round. But as I say that, Snacks' rifle comes back to haunt them because Elise picks that up and is able to take down Pasha with it. They've still got decent crossfire positions, though, in the sewers, the tunnels, rather. And that means there's very limited options for Team Liquid. First kill successful. They're going to spot. Oh, he did. The gun just sticks out too far from Adren. Had Taz walked up the stairs sooner, there might have been a chance to fire in the back of his head, but it's now just down to Nitro this time.
The thing is, though, VP are forcing the issue. Even when they know the eco, they've ascertained that's what's going on. They're actually quite expensive rounds from considering they've only got P250s and Glocks. But there we go then. VP take the 8th round of the ball, Liquid of 2. We go into round number 11. We can see the buy coming in once again from Liquid. Let's see what kind of buy they have this time. It's going to be full AKs. Not going to have the AWP power that they've been possessing the last couple of rounds they actually won. Neo, it's actually going to be Snacks on the AWP now. It's changing it up once again. That's quite interesting. Oh, double ops. There we go. So this will be really strong now. A change of pace, and the pick should be coming in thick and fast here. Neo going once again towards the steps, seeing if he can get that first pick on the board.
And Snacks just lined up that
this is
smoke.
From Liquid. It's getting in fast and loose. Let's see what they can do.
This actually works. This is going to be gifted to them because Bialy and Taz have pushed forward past the sandbags. Now they need to read this. There was a quick smoke onto sewer, and now Fugly's fighting through. And if Fugly picked up that second kill, there was a real chance that he could have read that play. Instead, they now have to play for the retake. And Adren's going to be in a world of problems here in the open when they try to come back through, but those smokes are lasting just long enough. Snacks gets his position inside the window. Bomb goes down, still a 4 versus 4. And Nitro knows that there's a chance for this retake to come from behind through that water position, so he's got his eyes firmly fixed upon that catwalk position, but Snacks comes through, takes initial damage, still hits the shot against Adren. Makes the retake all the more possible as Virtus.pro continue forward, but Nitro did find Snacks trying to flash his teammate in, and Elise turns back on Bialy, and now it's just left to 2 VP members against 3 of Team Liquid. Make it less. They're going to pick up the round, 8-3.
See how much more better that is? They've got the fraggers on this team. They've got Elise, they've got Nitro, guys that can go into bomb sites and open it up. You don't need to rely on the set book. If you sit there so passively, you're playing into VP's game. That's what they want you to do. They want to go get information, gather what you're doing, and then react to it from there. But this time they went into the bomb site, utilized the entry fraggers they had, and they win the round. Some rare misses coming in there from Bialy. A shot he got there, they probably could have retaken that bomb site, but unfortunately not going to happen this time. Third round goes in the ball for Liquid, and that's what I want to see from them. Staying as a little fragging unit and making sure these big players they have, these big aimers, can come in and do some damage. But now then, CT is going to be showing more presence towards long this time, and that passive setup coming in once again for Liquid. They haven't got the AWP, unable to pick that up. Nitro is waiting in playground, seeing if anyone's going to be pushing in this time, but CT's just waiting there. Not going to be showing too much.
The interesting thing is with picking up that one round, they've actually taken Virtus.pro's economy down based on the number of close ones beforehand. So what was once a 5-digit money lead is back down to ultimately not. If Liquid can pick up this round, in fact, they'll break the economy of VP, which would be pretty remarkable considering how things started off.
It looks like they're going to be taking long again with those flashbangs. CTs haven't got the AWP to faces, but Pasha's going to go for it, I think.
Watch Snacks, though, as well. Inside that connector position, they can pop out together here. If they time this peek, it will work out. First kill goes one way, back the other, and then trade it again. As Adren picks up both, Elise and Nitro go down. That's your 2 entry man gone, but it does give them a lot of space to work with on the map. Mind you, look at Neo's position. This is very smart, because you might have 2 players toward long frequently. You'll never expect the third.
I normally hate this position, but this time it's absolutely perfect. As you said, 2 players already shown presence there. Adren's not even going to check it. This is fantastic from Neo. What an exciting moment. He knows he's got the bomb as well. Waiting for any teaser to join him. This is the time he has to kill him now. Yep, there it is. Gets the bomb down. That's incredibly smart play there. And now we have a 3-on-2 situation.
Taz just waits inside the site, sets up on Fugly, and fixes back. He takes down Hiko as well. It all fell apart so quickly for Liquid. And Virtus.pro, they'll be able to buy back in, although just barely with Pasha and Snacks, but keeping 3 up was very important in doing so.
Yeah, huge round in terms of the economy for VP there, and Neo, that's a really cool play from him. Like you said, 2 players committed towards long. Red didn't even expect that. This was actually a really good trade from Liquid to begin. Getting 1-for-1 and making sure you get the 3-on-3, that actually favors them quite heavily, especially on a map like Overpass, where you can rotate so heavily between the bomb sites. But Neo, what a play from him, allowing the bomb to go down and waited so perfectly as well. But now it's going to be another eco coming in from Liquid. They have got 3 smokes though, so it looks like they're going to be going for an A play, try to get some control of long perhaps, get the smokes down and to see if they can get a bomb down. Pasha this time not going to be committing too heavily. They've lost guns on these ecos before, so this time they're actually going to play back a lot more passively and allow the T's to come to them instead of actually losing these battles sometimes.
They've got 3 inside the A site initially. Neo, thinking better of it, is going to rotate back at least through Bank. Down to the window. As Liquid will get closer. Pasha and Snacks focused right now on the front of bathrooms. It does give Adren and Hiko a chance to push forward. They're going to go for the flower pot jump. Hiko going to check the angle and allow Adren to walk up, but slowly and surely, VP are reading that there's not much activity at B. One single smoke, but it's not enough to hold them in place. Good trade from Adren. Follow that up. Hiko's actually got one as well, so they've managed to bring this back to 3 versus 3. And as you said, a bomb plant, but no. It's going to pop out, and Neo in the exact right position to deny default. And that means Nitro's got to pick this up and make it play. He's in the corner. He's just barely in the bomb radius, and he's not going to get it down. Another second longer, and he had it.
So there we go. It's exactly what we thought was coming. They got that control, actually getting the first frag there as well. Got themselves in a decent position. The 3-2 split between long and middle. Water smoke comes down, and for a moment, it got a bit scary for VP, but they recovered, and the bomb didn't even go down. So that's a perfect round for them, really. And we can see a little replay of this here. Once the smokes came down, this is a really nice read from VP. Chuck the Molotovs on top of them, get some head-on action going on there, and now Liquid, 5 AKs once again, but the money not great for them. They've only got 3 smoke grenades, no Molotovs, a few flashbangs, but Molotovs are so crucial in this map to actually flush out some key positions. Let's see where the AWP. Actually, no ult for VP.
Well, and again, picking up those early trades, that's what I was about to say. They're still limiting the money here for Virtus.pro, but it's getting late. Now they need to transfer this into rounds. Again, could have broken them 2 rounds ago and potentially got 5 on the board. Still a chance to do it, but with this round, it's not even going to be possible. It's either 12-3 or a potential 10-5.
You can see there, look, Pash is going in. He wants a bit of this rotation action. It's going to be luckily waiting for him, and that's actually a pretty smart read from them. But Snacks answers back, takes down Hiko, brings it to 4-4.
Snacks is so smart on those rotations. And he's still between the team. They've got to rotate back over. Snacks may not hear this. Fugly's going to go back the long way from T-spawn. But they're going to push onto the A site, and Snacks is actually a long way out of position. If they go quick enough, this will favor them on entry, and Fugly knows it, so he's rushing to join his teammates. But as they walk in, Nitro, there it is. There's the entry. Takes down Neo. Smoke as well, and rather flash toward Bank. They need to get more utilities out. Follow it up. Elise does get Taz, so it is going to be a late rotation from Bialy, and Snacks is still coming on the flank from long. Fugly knows that he's been there, so he's looking back. First kill, successful on the retake. No kid on Snacks, though, so Bialy needs to be able to stay alive here, stay efficient, and Snacks hasn't spotted anyone as he gets closer and closer toward that long position. This should give away that everyone from Liquid is playing on Bathroom, but how do you flush them out at this point?
This is it. It's a perfect setup, because you can commit one man to it at a time and just work the bomb down here.
And there's not any utility as well. There's 2 flashes, that's it, but no smokes. They do peek out, and so far, Virtus.pro successful, can't control the spray, and Nitro does get back into Bialy. Snacks, low HP, and finally Liquid will pick up the 4th. And the economy is very, very tight now for Virtus.pro.
Yeah, last round though, so you're going to have to buy everything you can. But like I said, that setup when you have the plant down for Bathroom, you can have all your players in that area. It just becomes more like a shooting gallery. Then they kill one of you, the next one comes out, and the idea is just to bring the bomb down as close as possible. They knew the money was weak for VP as well, so Nitro finishing things off there. Nice stuff from them. And they get the 4th round on the board. I'd say this one is pretty much guaranteed to be theirs, unless something seriously goes wrong. They should know how the money system works.
Well, they were eco'd before.
Well, let's see what they can do. Decos, Desert Eagles, a scout here, and Snacks going to be leading the charge down the connector. He's so passive they're playing here. They're expecting this force spike coming in from VP.
And there's not really any utilities as well. Single smoke on Bialy, flash that's just been thrown by Snacks. And on top of that, really not much else to decoys. Eco's going to pick up Neo to start things off. That's with the AK. Snacks still searching for something with this 5-7, but Bialy, this is aggressive. If that smoke out on Monster, if they walk through...
They don't need to commit to this, though.
Well, that's the thing. If they had, he was in good position. Snacks does manage to find Elige, though, so it will bring it back to 4-on-4. Hasn't been able to secure his rifle, though, which does stead well for Liquid. Stance here trying to work onto the B site. Adren's already pushed toward Monster. Nitro's waiting. He has the bomb, interestingly enough, as well. Quite commonly, we see Fugly try and walk that in after he and Elige look for entries, but they're going to go. They're going to commit, and Bialy's still in a decent spot here with Taz as well. The trade, they find the first kill, flashes onto Taz, and they'll walk around the corner. Fugly, a great 2 kills, and now the bomb site is theirs to work with.
Yeah, you can see that was a problem from the before, taking too long to execute. Snacks coming in the back, though, and Pasha takes down a lovely one bullet Desert Eagle headshot. Snacks chance it as well. They actually have a chance in this round, but there it is. Nitro finishing things off, get the 5th round on the board, and like I was saying, before they were taking so long to execute towards B, it was so telegraphed, that's what actually was going on. This time they kept it pretty simple, flashes going over, staying as the fragging unit, not isolating players between smoke walls there, and actually get onto the bomb site pretty convincingly. Comes down to a 2-on-1, but 5th round, it's not amazing after you win the pistol, but it's definitely worth it.
Well, they got 4 gun rounds. I mean, that's the thing. If they weren't eco'd, picked up the other 3, you could have potentially seen 7 rounds out of them here, which is reasonable. At the same time, too, again, if they had broken them a little bit earlier, if they hadn't sat back so passively at the start, there's still a lot for Liquid to work on. It's no question Virtus.pro's been the better team out of these 2. A few slip-ups here and there, and this might have actually been even stronger for VP, but now we get to see this defense come in. And again, since the patch, we haven't seen Liquid be as strong on the CT sides. Whether or not that's psychological, up for debate. But this map in particular, they've been extremely strong.
They've had some huge comebacks on this map before. Do you remember that game versus CLG, right? They came back from like 13-2 down and brought it right down to the wire. So we know they can play the CT half. They seem to be getting better at this generally. Like you said, the patch, I didn't see those games, so I can't really comment on how it's effective. But you can see the M4 having some effect on some duels here. We saw VP missing some shots you normally think they'd have all day long. It's the spray from the M4 still feels like some players are adjusting to it. Some shots with the M4A1, they would actually lock down all day. It seems like they're struggling a tiny bit, I would say, but still 10-5, if VP get his pistol, they're going to be in a fantastic position.
Absolutely.
This is like we said, they're one of the world's best overpass teams.
And that's the other thing, right? That's the other thing we have to look at with Liquid CT side, is that they haven't really been up against this pedigree of overpass team yet.
Well, VP are one of the few teams that actually destroyed Navi on this. Their T side is so formidable, right? They actually have the great hybrid of they can gain map control, they can lock down the CT aggression, but they're not scared to do a full-on execution from T spawn. They'll go towards B, and they did it about 4 or 5 times, I think, at Sivo against Navi. They got in there and they just do this wall of smokes, and they have such strong players here. Most teams, even though they know it's coming, don't really know how to lock it down. And I think you're probably going to see a lot of that. They know they can close out games in that scenario. They have the better players on the server. Snax there, 21 frags. We predicted him to go big, and he really did deliver there. Nitro, another player we thought would do good. 12 frags, not bad considering the amount of rounds they got T-side. And yeah, this should be an interesting pistol round, to say the least. We saw Liquid going in with a very fast B play. That's pretty standard these days. It's sometimes you can go a bit more tactical. You can gain map control towards A, get the smokes down, and force a post plant in that scenario. But I prefer the tactics where you just get in, isolate rotations. You don't allow the CTs to actually have any information. You just go in very fast to the bomb site and get a fast plant. That's what Liquid did. Worked out for them. What can VP do?
Well, that's the question. I mean, and we'll get an indication based on their buy if they are looking to go aggressively to one side or the other. I think VP, again, they favor off the B site quite heavily
absolutely.
In terms of most teams. I mean, you look at Na'Vi, that's the other team you mentioned, and Thorin mentioned them on the desk as well, comparing these two teams on this map. Na'Vi was a team that looked toward A quite commonly, and again, it was with that smoke quick plant on default. Teams are slowly figuring out that Molotovs are decent, that corner position's decent against it, but it's pretty standard formation now. Whereas B, there's still more room for creativity, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. It comes down to the factor when you can rotate so heavily on this map, right? You can go for these fast executions of the B. You can fake them quite heavily with players going in and go rotating through connector and catching players rotating there. We're back on the screen.
We are.
I do look like I'm from the 80s right now. This is
you are.
Kind of
technically speaking, you
I
are
really
from
should
the
go
80s.
and sort this out. I apologize for this sort of George Michael
You look
style
great.
hairdo right now.
Yeah, it's okay. No, but I mean, the other thing that it's interesting, and I wanted to kind of grill Thorn on it a little bit more, is Virtus.pro haven't had the greatest success against a team like TSM on this map. More recently, they've been more consistent against it. But if you go back to Star Ladder, and I think it was end of March, there was that game where TSM were still choking at that point. They still hadn't won a major event, and they had the crash from Taz on the last round, which sent them to overtime. But that round, I thought TSM actually looked a better team on that map, if not for the issues that they had on the A site. So I still think TSM's another team on this map that can be formidable as well. But again, the whole point of this weekend to me, if I'm a Liquid personnel, if I'm a player on that team, I would be looking to get information about what we do and don't know, where we actually stack up, and what we need to work on before the major. And that first half, I think, gave them a pretty clear indication of what some of the issues were. Again, sitting back a little bit too much, letting VP take that map
signs
control.
Of the old Liquid being
That's
there
right,
still.
and exactly what
After
Natsu
that
said.
first gun round, they seemed like all rattle. We saw Snax is going up, going for that first foul. I just don't think they expected that kind of caliber going into this. We saw them in Stockholm, potentially going up against lesser teams, like playing Renegades twice. They wouldn't have really had that kind of level of skill coming and being presented to them. And maybe something they thought worked won't work against certain teams. You have to base your play, who you're playing against, and work out what's going to work best. Those more looser plays, I mean, went straight into B, and it just actually they found an empty bomb site there, got in, got the bomb down. That's when they seem a lot stronger. I prefer that from Liquid, especially on maps like Cash. They do that a lot as well.
Yep.
Boosting a Liege up and Nitro towards middle, just getting those AKs in there. That's what they've got the talent there. Start using it properly. Stop holding back and waiting for the CTs. Take the gun battle to them, and that's when we'll see them come into their own. I think that's going to be the ace up their sleeve.
And I do think it is a confidence issue going in against this team. Like, they know they're on the next level now. They know that they've probably got to play a lot more tidy, and sometimes you overthink it for that exact reason. So again, with the faster rounds we saw, did seem a lot better for them. You think about that B round where they actually walked in. Now, it was a bit fortunate that VP also decided to push water, and they walked down Monster to an open site, and therefore could smoke it off and hold it. But again, that speed play, it caught them off by that little extra bit. So
it seems like we have got a little bit of an issue going in.
I think we're getting ready.
Straight into that.
Yeah, we did restart the server, but it won't affect anything. We're at half, so 10-5 for Virtus.pro, who's listed as Team Liquid right now. E-Bot will sort itself out.
It always does. It gets there in the end.
I think he might be a little bit drunk. It's Romania, right? He's celebrating being here as well.
I wouldn't know. I don't drink.
That's true, you don't. Carlsberg's just water to you, right?
Yep, exactly. It doesn't count.
Yeah. That's what I thought. Gin and tonic.
That is the one.
But that is the one. You're so British.
Well,
I'll stick to my maple syrup.
is that what you do?
Yeah.
Fermented.
Yep, that's where I'm going.
Maple syrup. Yeah. Well, here we go.
Diabetes in a jar.
If you are just joining us, just a cracking first half. It was 10-5 in favour of VP on the CT side. This is, of course, the first map of the PGL Grand Finals here. What a road we've had leading up to this map. We did a big slog of 6 weeks online.
That's right.
Everyone working out what's going on.
And we also did North America from Europe. That was fun. I flew all the way over here just to stay up all night and cast where I'm from. It was a good time.
At least we got to bond, though. We got to know each other in more ways than one, I would say.
I'm not going to say anything about that, but yes,
I got
you're
to live
right.
with you, got to cast with you, got to go out with you. It was fantastic. But finally, no, I'm not going to be going to it.
Well, we're shortly will. But no, you're right. There's been some cool storylines leading up. I mean, the other one is the fact that TSM, they're the defending champions of this league. They barely made it through the last chance qualifier against Kingwin, who had Get Right as a stand-in during that game.
That's right. That was a really cool game.
Yeah, that was.
If you want to look that up on YouTube, guys, that was a really cool game just to see Get Right come into his own when he's let off the leash a little bit.
Yep.
Let's see the kind of skill he can bring. He top frag pretty much every map he came in. He came in like the 8th round and still had like 10 more frags than everyone else was on the server. It was absolutely nuts. But yeah, this is
one of my other favorite games we casted during this event as well. Actually, I think in terms of the groups, the North American group was the most exciting in terms of close gameplay. Every series was pretty good.
I'll tell you what my favorite was. VP versus Navi on
Train. That's the one I was going to go with as well. Taz had 6 clutches, like 4 1-on-3s, a 1-on-2, a 1-on-1. Like, Taz was an absolute animal on that game. And again, that was a huge part of why they're here, because they fought off Navi with a map down.
Had he not played that well on Train,
they might not be here.
They wouldn't be here.
Yeah,
like,
Navi would be here.
He is the reason. That was absolutely sick, the stuff he was doing there. 3-on-1s, 2-on-1s, winning every single time. Like, Navi just didn't know what was going on. It's crazy. But so far, he's not been nuts. He's been playing a decent game so far. I think most of the VP players are doing pretty well. Oh,
we're seeing a cool little boost in spawn right now. Lee's seeing if he can spot Monster. Look, they even have Fugly down there to see if this is possible. I like this. Using this tactical time, this halftime, I guess, to figure out what is available to them.
You think they're working out their tactics now? Well, guys, I found a boost. Let's go.
I'm sure they probably knew about that beforehand. Just like Fnatic knew about theirs beforehand, right?
Whoa. I don't know, did they?
Are we opening that up again?
You are. Well, it seems like we are finally ready to get into the second half here. Hopefully that will be the last of the delays here today. We want to have the 2 games to be flawless going into this one. We want to have to cast some exciting CS, kind of lose a little bit of hype here, but hopefully we can regain it. We are professionals now. You can do this. You're the hype man. You're the professional here. Yeah? I'm just here for the entertainment. If I'm the professional, we're in a lot of trouble. It's going to go wrong. Well, teams are saying ready, but someone clearly has not joined in on the affair because eBot doesn't seem to think everyone is. Remember, we do have Mirage coming up next. That is Virtus.pro's choice. This was actually Team Liquid's map choice. Mirage still kind of, again, though, the thing is, like, Liquid got a map pool that actually favors a lot of their strengths. It's just the fact that they're playing against a team who's that much better on each map they're playing. If you ask them what map they're going to play, they'd probably say these ones, but unfortunately, who do you want to play on them? VP wouldn't be up there, unfortunately, for them. This is a very difficult prospect going against VP on any map here, and I think getting rid of Dust 2 for VP is a fantastic choice. That's a map that sometimes can be a little bit random in terms of who's just fragging the best that day, but maps like Overpass, it should be VP all day long. I think Liquid have done pretty well to get 5 rounds on the board. Definitely something to work with here. It's not over yet by any stretch. They get the pistol here and get some momentum gathered. Who knows what could be coming in? And I think say, wasn't it 11-4? They don't even know the score here going on. 12. No, I think that VP is actually just taking the piss, as you would say, and trying to mess with them a little bit. See, Fugly says 8-7. There you go. Are you calling Taz a bald man? Under my name? I am. No one knows that it was me. You just called me out. I'm getting beaten up after this game. That's fine. It's not my problem. Shouldn't have logged in as you. Well, I will be logging out. Apparently you will, physically and mentally, but I think we're going to start this. No, we're not. We're still in the warm-up. 16K. Console says live, but that doesn't make any sense. Let's be clear. Matt's on my computer. I would never be that bad. I'm on PGL's computer. That's mine. I've been using it this whole time. Well, warm-up is ending, so this should start us. Now the question is,
Does Ebot have the file, or are we going to count from zeros? I think we may. Yeah, so there we go. So 10-5 was the halftime scoreline. Liquid, of course, on the 5 rounds. They go down to the CT side, second half starting. So just keep that in mind.
Here we go then. VP, let's see what buy they've got. Actually, very heavy utility base there. 3 smoke grenades. Oh, maybe that wasn't. We're going into it now. Well, they're still going to be running the same sort of setup here. So it's 3 smoke grenades. Kind of unorthodox. We normally see 4 sets of armor and 1 utility player to come off upper, for example. With this buy, I would assume they're going towards A with the wall of smokes there, but potentially could do their B set piece as well. We see, like I talk about in the gun rounds, but soon we'll be told. We can see Liquid as well. Got the kit and smoke and Adren, and the same for Hiko as well. Let's see where they go towards. It actually looks like they're going towards A. And it's going to be Fugly pushing up towards that fountain area, working out whether he can get some information. They're going to fall back though.
I think he may have heard them as well, because he fell back really early without peeking. And they've already called for the rotation. Nitro has come back over toward the A site. That'll leave 2 and B. Elige and Hiko. But this isn't really a full committal yet, because look where Bialy and Neo are playing as well.
There's the wall of smoke coming onto A then. So smoke's coming in. Pasha's going to be leading the charge here, going for those entry frags. But look, 6 and 8. They're going to be over towards B.
I think this is going to be a fake. I think they're throwing out the smoke. Snacks has already gone back to the stairwell with bomb in hand, and Bialy and Neo are both waiting outside of Monster. So they're forcing the rotation. Fortunately, Liquid does pick up the kill early on Pasha, but is it early enough to get back over? They're going to have to play the retake game on B. Smoke out on Catwalk at Sandbags. That'll slow them a little bit. Good pick as well again from Hiko, and Elise follows up. Nitro's got one now as well. And the pistol round for the 2nd straight time looks like it's in the hands of Liquid. And if they can avoid being ecoed, perhaps it'll be the start they should have potentially had on T side.
I'm not a big fan of those fake plays, especially on a map like Overpass. Pistol, you're just better off staying as the 5-man unit, working the Glock train, getting in there, getting frag with frag. Overpass is a map you can rotate so heavily in CT spawn. You can get to the B bomb side in with 10 seconds or so. So that fake play, as soon as they got their first kills, go, okay, it's only Pasha here. Let's just fall back. They came in. Hiko picking up a frag there as well. Like the early frags came in for the CTs, and then you're just men down. You're only going 3 on 2 going into that situation. So it was an interesting one for VP. I'd prefer something much more simple, but they're going to buy back into this. They won this round in the first half. Neo's going to have the scout facing towards Monster. We'll get a shot on the board, but unable to land any damage there.
Yeah. Neo comes out worse for wear on 76. Snacks is slowly getting toward the sandbag position. He's going to cross over completely free. No one going against them. Hiko looking for more information. Bomb's going to be now dropped down in that construction area as well. Spam comes through though and does good damage onto Taz.
The problem for VP is they've only got 1 flashbang to work with. They need a pick before they can even get to the bomb site. He had the boost coming in. Taz is trying to work out if he can get a cheeky shot here and see anything, but the CT's playing very passively. Elige going for this one. This could be great if he faces the angle.
Fugly second-guessed this, though. He's rotated a little bit early. Nitro does pick up Neo. That's hugely positive in the fact that it is an off-site player. It should indicate that there's not that much pressure here, but they are slowly coming away from this B site. Now, do they hold? They've given up so much space toward that monster position. Elige is back toward water.
Spotted, I think. Okay, I thought he saw him through the smoke. Apparently not. They get the first frag onto the bomb site now, but it's going to be very clear. 25 seconds remaining on the clock. What's coming in?
SMG's grabbable. Taz can get closer. Bialy follows up. Now he's got it. Still going to hold on to the deagle. Bomb's going to get planted here. Virtus.pro. But he fakes it. He could have held that. Absolutely. Hiko was not close enough to contest. Instead, he does pick up 1 more kill. Brings it down to just 2 players remaining for Liquid. Nitro making sure that he's careful about entering, and eventually the bomb plant does still work out. P90. Okay. No. Okay, Taz still has a chance here, and thankfully Adren.
Good lord.
Is going to hit it, but 1 player, that's almost another eco, and it'll be 10-7 now.
That's not the way the script read. That when we're going into that one, 3-on-1 situation, Taz just wanted to get the bomb down. He's low HP, Deagle, get the bomb down, take the kill, and then just work it out. But he actually went against that, picked up 2 frags and the bomb plant. So that's really expensive for Team Liquid. I wouldn't be surprised if VP actually read that and see what they could do with this round. I assume, judging by the money, actually, they haven't really got too much to play with. Those will be going in with a nice, healthy by next round. You can see CZs coming in, P250s. They can afford a little bit of utility as well. Potentially just get onto the bomb site once again. Taz going to be getting some body armor, so he can afford that with the 2 frags he got last round. But let's see what the CTs are doing. A lot more aggressive this time. But there we go. They're going to round number 3.
Fugly pushed so far forward. Needs to be careful not to drop this rifle away to any VP players. Does come successfully with the first kill against Pasha, but needs to fall. And they're going to wrap around coming up from the stairwell. Good thing Nitro's in position. But only 1 kill, and now flashed as he runs back. Fugly, he'll bail them out, but Taz picks up 2 kills. And again, this is starting to hurt the economy of Liquid. They've got it down to just Neo remaining. But Fugly needs to be careful. With only 4 HP, they can't afford to lose 3 players after only having 1 survive in the round prior.
It's going to be Neo. That PG-50 no bomb does smoke off connected.
Just missed him.
So, clean stuff so far for Liquid. Exactly what they needed to get into this. 3-0 after the 10-5 first half here. And now we can see Bialy working on this buy. And CT's unable to... Oh, are they going to get the AWP? They could afford one if they really wanted to. I don't think it's necessary right now. Just keep rolling with what they have. Try and keep the Famas on board. Try and build up that bankroll. And now VP... I really wouldn't be surprised if they did that set piece onto B straight away, off the bat, to set the tone for the rest of the game. But here we go, round number 4.
Yeah, so all rifles out. I thought maybe Virtus.pro might try and go for the AWP early, but with them in the lead, there's no point throwing away economy uselessly.
Some aggressive play from the CTs there. You can see them pushing pretty much all the way down long. Trying to get that crossfire set up with the rock in the tree, trying to take the fight at the same time, work off each other.
The problem is both these spots are very commonly checked. In fact, we saw Liquid using a Molotov every single round they went A to try and clear it. And there is decent flashes to catch off the second player, so it puts a lot more pressure on Nitro to make sure he spots Pasha. And they are slowly coming back to group on A. Snacks and Taz will join in. Bombs dropped at the stairs toward the playground, but they both pop up, and so far for Liquid, it's perfect. Fugly picks up 2, and Virtus.pro find themselves with only 3 men remaining. Even though they've got the AKs up, they're in a significant disadvantage. Nitro lost a good amount of HP, down to 35, but ultimately, it's worth it. And how do they respond to this as Elige is now going to catch the offsite player in Bialy? That'll hold Hiko a little bit longer as he checks over top of the plywood in toward water, because he doesn't want to over-rotate, give up the site. But with 3 members still on A and smokes in front of the stairwells, this becomes even harder for Snacks to try and enter, and his position's given up. Good spray does take Elige down to 40. Adren's on 15, so if they can find the right picks, there's a chance, and in fact, they're going to find at least one as Snacks comes over top, but it's traded from Fugly, who picks up his 3rd. Taz is right there to follow his footsteps, and now desperate to just get the bomb down. Needs that extra economy for his team. We saw him in a 1-on-3 with a Deagle before, and he's actually going to fake it again, but they're ready for it. And Elige will give Liquid their 4th straight, and it's now 10-9.
Yep, this is looking really strong from Liquid. I actually like that long setup. It seems like they're aware of what VP do on their standard there. Going behind those rocks, just waiting for the flashbang as well. No one was facing, you noticed. They actually weren't waiting for to spot the enemy there. They're waiting for that flashbang to come over. As soon as it did, Pasha was isolated. He's had 3 targets on his screen. Not really much he could do. He got absolutely dealt with. And now we can see VP will be doing a little bit of quasi-buy here. So they've got the Tech 9s, some utility to play with, some body armor as well after the loss bonus coming into their favor. Means they go to maximum loss bonus after this round. But let's see what they have at their sleeve. Looks like they will be going towards that B play this time. Could be going quite fast by looks of things as well.
So pistols, can they make a difference? We've seen them take down Liquid with the same weaponry before, and it's Taz again who's had a solid second half, but Fugly follows up with 2 kills of his own. Adren, Hiko, they'll join in, and Fugly's still alive and well. Watches the bomb fly from the hands of Neo as Nitro picks up the kill and ties the game.
10-10.
Yep, very impressive stuff.
Yeah, looking really strong in the CT half so far. VP are the ones up against the rope, and it hasn't taken too much, really. They haven't had to go for that really aggressive play, just reading VP as to what they're doing.
It's a max loss round bonus as well now for VP, which does help significantly more when you're on the T side.
Absolutely, it really does. I mean, you get $3,500 going into each round. You can have a decent buy. Let's see what they do here. They've got the full buy as well. Full Molotov, smoke grenades, flashbangs. Haven't got the AWP, but this time Liquid going for more of this aggressive play towards Fountain. Nitro to be boosting up on that bench. Like we saw Snacks actually not going for it. He's going for an early nade, maybe just baiting it out. This is what I was expecting. This is the set piece from VP I was talking about before.
Taz is going to take his time. No smoke on Monster. There it is. It's a little bit late, but unfortunately for Bialy, it's actually separated from his teammate. They're going to push through with him because they need to take the map control he's gained. And Smokes as well on the platform makes this all the harder for Liquid to try and spot where Virtus.pro's coming in. A chance to get an early bomb plant. As Elige gets aggressive, the fire's going to hold them, and that allows Pasha to wrap around the corner. He finds Fugly at least, but Elige does get back in with 1 kill and evens it back up on 4s. Bialy, 19 HP only, does manage to get a bomb plant, but Elige spots him, and there's no one there to trade it because the smoke is just now dissolving. And Taz, he's got 3 players coming toward him. Hiko's going to pick up the kill. It's now down to Neo, who does manage to pick up 1. And Snack's still alive, stays away from the site, but he gets caught in the meantime. And Liquid will pick up 6 straight to take the lead.
Pretty impressive stuff from them. Like I said before, Navi couldn't even hold off that scrap, like 5 rounds in a row. Liquid seemed very aware of it as well. Their retakes were absolutely perfect, staying in that little 3-man unit, getting out of upper, sticking together up the ramp and making sure they go frag per frag. That didn't even need to happen. They were very formidable coming onto that site. So that's the tactic we talked about from VP. You saw how much freedom they have. They get onto the bomb side there. The CTs have no vision whatsoever. It's like a little bed of smoke that protects them for so long. Bomb goes down, but that really nice retake from Liquid works out for them. 6 rounds in a row, and they actually take the lead in this series now, 11-10. Like we said before, the loss bonus still prevalent for VP, so they get the AKs once again. Going to have that full buy. Adren going aggressive. No AWP this time, but just going to be smoking it off and showing some sort of presence towards the connector.
This is actually a decent push from Nitro and Adren. They still haven't rotated down through the stairwell to try and control that water position, but they've got the information that it's going to be B, and they've already got 3 players set up. It looked like they were going to go really quickly, VP, toward Monster, but that one smoke delayed everything.
Here we go then. Round number 7. VP once again looking like they're favouring towards the B-bomb site. Fugly waiting for it. He still has a smoke in hand as well. He wants to try and hold on to it as long as possible. Big grenade coming in. This is quite considerable damage as Hiko does take down Bialy. I think that was a spam as well for the board there.
Second time we've seen Hiko use that. He did good damage to Taz as well on the first, or rather on the second round. In the anti-eco situation, Molotov follows up because they know checking Toxic means they want to try and push through Monster and catch them in the open, and Fugly, he'll find Snacks, not before losing one teammate in Elise beforehand, and now he needs to be careful because he knows they're on either side, and Neo, the accuracy he's known for, AK-47. Easy headshot. Taz follows it up, but how can Liquid fight back in? 2 versus 2. Bombs down in the water, and Liquid don't need to overextend on this, but they're going to get caught out. Nice response. Hiko snaps over to his left and will take down Neo when he follows it up. Passionate drop, and Liquid with 7 unanswered.
Hiko going absolutely sick that round. 4 kills with him, one of them being a wallbang through the board there. Fantastic stuff. Pretty much the same tactic coming from VP. Smoke's going down. Lost that first pick. Very important. Means the tactic almost falls apart at that stage. Actually had some decent entry kills going into this one. Had the 2-on-1 situation. Hiko, some godlike clutches from him. That's what we talked about, him being the player on this team that can close rounds out. And what a huge one that was to win as well. Keeping them in this game. AWP coming out from Adren this time. Very important. Means they can change up the play here as VP may just be adjusting. And now the money bonus not working out so well for them as Snacks goes down to the Tech 9.
It is a heavy investment, though, considering they had an economical lead, and now they've got 3 players below 4 digits.
Hiko's only died once this half.
Yeah, I know. That's the crazy part. 11-1 this half. Also $1,100. The spam this time. It has to pick up the first kill, but Hiko almost gets caught off guard in his own position. Still manages to put Taz down very low, 22 HP. He'll fall back, but man advantage will spread the defense considerably.
This gives VP a lot of positional room now. They've got 1 minute on the board. They can spread the CTs thin, keep them second guessing. You can see them now getting that mid control, pushing up towards long as well. Gives them a lot of options. The CT reacting quite well. They know they need an intel kill right now. They need to work out what's going on at least. You can see them showing heavy presence towards the middle. Get some damage off. They actually have done that pretty well onto Taz.
His peek. He's peeking at exactly the right time. Adren, he's going to get it. So no smoke out of his hands. That's only 1 to now go in on the site. That slows things considerably, and it's the low HP player, excuse me. And Pasha gets caught by Hiko as he looked to walk in from long and catch them off guard. So the AWP does pay off. Adren's locked in this corner, though. He needs to be so careful on his escape back to the site. Fortunately, Snacks is just, or rather, Taz has just left.
There we go. So that's exactly what the CTs have to do. React to that first pick. Adren pushes up. Audacious, to say the least, but it works out for them. And now we go into the 3-on-3. Nia's going to be on the bomb side. Bomb goes down towards B, actually. CTs weren't expecting that whatsoever.
They do have 2 on this site, but Adren needs to be aware that Neo is lurking around behind. This could be the thorn in the play, and he does actually pick up Adren completely unaware, and they follow it up. So Virtus.pro resetting the money bonus, but picking up their first round of this half.
You can see Hiko has got 13k. They did want to invest into this. He could drop a few guns. They can do it, but it's going to be a weak buy. They won't have too much here. No defuse kits as of yet. I think it's going to be up to Nitro to get that one on the board. Actually, won't be doing it. So, okay, sorry. Adren has got one. That was a problem, if you remember, in PGL Online. They actually lost a really key round that would have kept them alive against CLG with the kit. So this time maybe learning the lesson, making sure they have one. Nia with the AWP this time, so a change of pace for them as well. But this is an important round. This will break the CT economy if they can take this one.
That's the thing. It's been kept that close, and Adren going for the AWP last time. Big investment. Sure, you got a kill with it, but now we're seeing the results. As we go back to 2 FAMASas, keep in mind as well, if you're just joining us, I'm sure chat is more than on top of it, but it is 12-11 total score, 10-5 first half. And Liquid trying to slide back into this game. But like you said, this round has so much importance on it.
And much more passive this time. You see all the A players. This can be a problem sometimes, especially when the T's have full buys here. There's the first pick coming in from Neo there, and this opens up the A side. They can just do a full-on execution here, get the bomb down, and there won't be much chance for a retake here from the CTs. They need to get a kill pretty fast now. They haven't got much control anywhere else on the map.
And the interesting is we haven't seen a lot of saving in this game because it's always been closed out. This is a round where if they can't find the retake, Liquid should look to save. But they're so close, and they spot up players that they definitely want to try and make a case for this. Pasha's still waiting on the other side of that smoke as the bomb will go down, and if anyone even tries to push around the right side, at least from Liquid's perspective, they'll be punished for it. And they need to weigh out how much risk they want to take right now as Fugly gets traded out as well. Adren getting a kill before that does bring it back down to a 4 versus 2, but it's just now down to Adren alone as he's got 2 kills already and 3 still to go. It would have to be the ace. And they're starting to play this a lot more passive, Virtus.pro. They know the situation. They know they don't need to peek. And Adren, he may get one more, but can he find the AWP player? Knows where he is, but he's not going to take the chances. And he needs to make it past the doorway on the B site in order to be out of the radius. 73 HP. Nope, didn't make it. Gone. He
got 3 kills, made it some economic damage at least, considering the T's won't have amazing money right now. But that just came down to that first pick coming from VP, that very passive setup from Liquid. It's a setup I don't really like, but especially when you lose the first pick as well. You need to react and be pushing other parts of the map. The B players need to be pushing through and getting the backstab in, so the T's aren't so comfortable there. But unfortunately for them, they sat on the bomb site. You saw the wall of smokes come down, and you see how much time that wasted. It's like 10 seconds or still remaining on the smokes before they could even get through there. And at that point as well, the T's are set up crossfires. It's such an impossible prospect to actually push through those. And now you can see full economic control goes back towards VP, a full eco here from Liquid. They're going to have USPs, PG50s, and VP just locking down key areas of the map now. Taz is holding off on short, and you can see that stack coming in from Liquid here. 4 players towards our bomb site. They really are expecting that play to come in now.
How quickly it can turn. Remember, Liquid had the same opportunity to break the economy when it was around 8-3 in the first half. So this time it comes to 7-2, and Virtus.pro in a slightly more advantageous position than their opponents were. Pasha has already made it through Monster as well. Flash to pop over top. Bialy finds the first kill onto Elysian, and now Pasha spotted just about everyone else remaining. They'll just slaughter them. No kills at all going the way of Liquid, so this will build the bank even further for Virtus.pro.
Yep, so even with the 4-man stack, they only had 2 PT50s and USPs. Not really much you could do, even if you had all 5 men there. Flawless round so far for VP. It's just going to be Fugly remaining, and he does get dealt with by Taz in the end there. So a nice clean round from VP, but this is the one that counts. If CTs lose this one, they're getting to the danger zone now. VP just need 2 more to get to map point. Let's see what Liquid can bring to the table. They won't be able to get the AWP here. That was key before. That means they can rotate. That's what Liquid are actually pretty good with Adren. Although this is one of the maps he can actually do very well on, because he can go towards B, once tunnel, goes towards long. He's good at holding the A bomb side as well. It's one of the maps we actually see him do considerable damage. But here we go, Famises, and this time not a single kit on the whole team. So they can't allow that bomb to go down. They'd be in a world of trouble there.
I mean, this would give up yet another round. Keep in mind it's 13 now for Virtus.pro to the 12 of Team Liquid. Flash over top of Monster does catch Bialy.
CT's pushing off short as well. They really want to go for that first frag. They know they can't allow an execution come to the site here. They want to go in, get information at least, and may potentially find a first frag with that little 2-man setup they have towards Connector and short, but they're not going to find anything, unfortunately for them. And now they didn't gain any information either. They had to fall back and just work out, go to that passive setup perhaps on A. They haven't got enough time to push down to long now.
They're going to rotate the long way as well through B, knowing that there was pressure applied to that mid position. They saw the flashbang go out toward the playground. They naturally expected a crossfire, so safety first from Liquid.
Bialy showing some presence towards B as well. They're just shooting off some shots just to keep the CTs guessing. They probably know it's not coming that way, but they can't afford to expend men towards the A-bomb side just yet. That very passive setup once again. The T's have full control of the map, full smokes as well. You'd expect a very similar story here, but there's a fluff smoke from Neo there. That's going to be huge. Will it be a big factor here?
And watch Nitro's position. He's in that corner. It's so commonly checked, but if they even consider to try and plant the bomb fast, he's got position on it. Snacks will work through that smoke, but back again. And there we can see it. Nitro just off to the right, goes for the plant, and Nitro's perfectly positioned to take down 2 as they walk in, but Snacks comes back with 2 of his own, making the 3rd. A beautiful headshot onto Adren, and it's back to a 2 versus 2. Bomb still not safely down as Neo adjusts his position behind the truck to do so. And Snacks will firmly place his back against the wall. Hiko on low HP, but they're both going to come here from the same direction. And Neo's already looking at it, manages to pick up the first now. Do they overlook the fact that there's a chance he's also at bank, and Snacks gets it. And Snacks with 4. That's a huge round from him.
What can you even say about that? What amazing entry potential this guy has. They kind of messed up the smokes going into the bomb site. It was a really sloppy execution, but look at this individual play. Like, it doesn't matter what you do in the bomb site. If you've got players like that, they can hit headshots in that sort of close proximity. That's absolutely fantastic. And you can see now VP looking down the barrel of map points. Liquid have taken the educated decision here to go with the eco here. They're going to allow VP to go onto map point potentially. Interesting decision. They're going to go for the draw.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
yeah, like you
what
said,
other choice
they
they
can throw the game away or go all in and see what they could do. It's like the percentages, right? I'd say it's probably like an 80-20 percentage favour. They did buy up in favour of VP, so I think this is probably the best call they could have made considering everything, right?
Molotov as well from Taz to make sure they don't push any further down that stairwell. It's been a lot of close rounds. I mean, if you look back again, the eco, a few picks earlier on.
That's going to be the round.
Could be in a much better position, but that last round, Snacks, I mean, that's insane.
That defines the game for me, I think. That was so huge. Had their Liquid have won that, they'd have knocked VP back on money. They could have really built some...
it would have been 13-13, and like you say, with no money, it could have been them that are now fighting for this position of match point. As it looks good for Virtus.pro. They've lost one in the process, but they'll pick up all the rest. And it will now be their 15th round. 1 to go on map 1 again. Mirage comes up next, and if needed cash, I'm sure Liquid would love to go that far.
Well then, Liquid will have the AWP once again. Adren going to be wielding that as usual. Neo, although he hasn't got the most frags on board, some picks he's been getting have been very vital indeed. Pasha actually having a very quiet game as well. 3 for 10 for him in this half, but when they get to map point at this sort of stage, it's absolutely fine, I think. So let's see what setup we can get from the CTs this time. We can see 2 players going towards middle. Adren going for that aggressive play this time. He's going to actually be facing towards Fountain and actually legs one of the players, unable to convert that to a frag, but Snacks, one of the key players from last round, will be going down to 17 HP, so at least, even though he didn't get the kill, it's decent damage nonetheless.
Survived with 12 in that round, by the way, when he did clutch out. Good pick from Elige to follow up. And now it's damage +1, but a lag right back the other direction. As Adren down to 17 himself, and they'll push forward to try and take advantage of this at long. Snacks as well has already got front bathroom. Adren might get caught as he tries to come back in. Timing is everything, and Snacks, there it is. Do damage to me, I'll just kill you later. We'll make it even. But it still leaves VP down a man. 4 versus 3. Nitro smoked off at long. Will try and at least help out his teammate by placing some fire at the top of the stairwell. Snacks is still in position and again looks away at exactly the wrong time. Flash is perfect though, and Snacks around the corner. Can he follow it up again? Same position he did in the round where he had 4, but Nitro this time is aware that he was lurking inside the site. But is he aware of the fact that he's going to get flanked out? Turns back and takes down Neo, and following it up with Elige. Liquid will fight on at least one further. That's their 13th now. So 15-13.
They took the gamble with the save by there going into it. Could have been devastating for them had they lost out, or obviously would have lost out, but they stayed very strong here. Now they're going to be getting in with a double AWP setup themselves. We know Nitro can be handy with the AWP going into this one, but...
Not that it matters because it's match point, but that would reset a round loss bonus when they lost a certain amount of players. So it was good that they kept it efficient because that kept them in a position to bring out the double op.
VP going very fast here on towards B. I wouldn't be surprised they actually just went for a very fast play. Not actually going to go for that set piece, but going to slow it down perhaps because he'll be doing that safe wall of smokes play once again.
Adren, his AWP's at long, but Nitro is on this B site. It puts pressure on Elige, who has to play at Monster, and already they're coming in. Nitro not hitting the first shot, going low on HP, and Hiko, he's even less, he's gone. It's down to an advantage, but Elige does follow up on Snacks, trying to get clever over top of the site. Bombs being planted. It's 4 versus 4 in the post-plant situation. Molotovs deployed on every angle they can think of from Virtus.pro. Unfortunately, that also means that Neo's footsteps, so he's stuck inside smoke, and that means Fugly's going to find him first. It does now give the advantage to Team Liquid, and they've all got kits this time following through. Great flash, catches off Bialy. Adren's going to take down Pasha, and they've got them all, plus a lot of time. They can also go gun hunting if they wanted, but they're going to keep both AWPs in play.
Another really decent retake there from Liquid. We see VP mix it up a little bit there. Normally they wait for the full execution, then go in with the smokes. The key difference there is they go into the bomb site, and they still have the utility to play with once the bomb goes down. They surprise the CTs going into it, and the smokes go down once the bomb goes down. It buys them a lot of time, but that retake, what can you do against it?
They did switch back to an AK for Nitro, so no double op setup, but it's this round for everything. Are we going to overtime? Remember, MR10, or MR5 rather. Did we lose ourselves?
Oh, no, we're back.
Did I think I hit something.
You did something, yeah. You always do. But here we go then. Neo once again with the AWP. They haven't got as much utility as they would like. Adren going for that aggressive pick. Not going to land the leg shot this time, but he did spot some players going towards playground there. So Tad's going to be isolated as well.
Got the spectator glitch where everything's sideways.
This is the long control we see from VP. Once they get this and that they execute the wall of strength properly, that can be really scary. And that's Elige losing a key frag. I don't think he had to commit to that one, trying to get intel as quite early on in the round, but that could be the round, the kill that loses this in this game. He only had to be careful there. But
and Bialy knows all too well about dying early on this map, because in that overtime game I talked about at Star Ladder, he actually went down in overtime to TSM, and he was in tears afterward, because it knocked them out of the tournament.
Nitro going aggressive. He's isolated himself towards the bathrooms there. It's like an angle everyone does really check. Let's see how this one goes down. But he actually managed to get the frag onto Neo there. Pasha makes his way onto the bomb site.
The good flash, but too good. It catches Pasha. It's just a little bit late, and he actually had Fugly dead to rights. So, bit of luck for Fugly, although the repeat from Pasha as he does take down Adren puts them in a really tight spot, Team Liquid. As they're down to a 4 versus 2, and with the bomb planted, it's now 4 versus 1. Hiko, if you really are the clutch master, now's the time. You're going to have to be almost perfect. As he's trying to retake from the back stairwell. And they've got him limited. Molotov now as well in the stairwell at Bank.
He's got no nades. He's stuck on their stairs. Smoke's just running out now. What can he do?
And it's a matter of time. Pasha's going to jump up, and there it is. 9-6 in that particular half, but 16-14 overall. Team Liquid, not a bad effort in the second half. And again, I still say that the rounds they lost were lost rather abysmally, but they definitely put up good numbers.
Elige there, though. The biggest round of the whole game. And he faces an unfavorable angle. The gunfight favors the AK. He faces it straight away, gets